8 days, 700 points, huge sell-off coming today. And this was not supposed to happen. Lizzie Wicked McDonald, something wicked this way already came. What happened?
You know, we had a very ugly read on consumer spending, Neil. It was the worst in 2 years. And, you know, this is all unexpected. The markets were expecting something along the lines of a relief rally. But when you look at the different sectors of the markets, the different segments of it, you know what really got pounded was the mid-cap stocks. And Neil, I tell you, they are most exposed to the U.S. economy. They do not get a lot of their revenues from overseas. They get a lot of the revenues from the U.S. economy, meaning the U.S. consumer. So when you see the mid-caps, which were really the powerhouses of the, you know, one of the four horsemen of the markets, including the NASDAQ and the S&P, when you see them tumbling so deeply into the red, you got to say to yourself, there's a gravitational pull on the markets right now. What is weighing palpably on the markets right now is ugly prints on manufacturing, consumer spending, and, you know, still cautious behavior over whether or not the U.S. will see a downgrade.
You know, Fitch investors kind of had a funky description of an assessment of this today. And my knee-jerk read of it was, we like what you did. We're going to come back at the end of the month with a progress report to see if we like what you did today. But nevertheless, gold was soaring, and some of these other flight to quality investments were soaring, not our markets. What are you to make of that, and whether Fitch was just stringing us along or setting the stage for a downgrade?
Well, I think what Fitch is saying is sort of, Neil, what Moody's is saying, and they're saying, look, we need to see economic growth in order to be comfortable with your deficit reduction plans. And when you see analysis now, for example, Neil, coming out of Barclays Capital is now questioning the CBO, possibly using optimistic GDP growth rates of 3% plus in GDP growth for the U.S. And Barclays Capital is saying, will you get really over $2 trillion in spending cuts in the debt deal that was just offered? They're saying that debt amount may have to be halved given the way the U.S. economy is growing at below 2% this year.
So we're not out of the woods yet, are we?
No, and Neil, you know, this is a story that you've been reporting on and we've been watching for some time now, how the U.S. economy has been struggling. And now it's putting into sharp relief whether, you know, the president will offer or try to offer more stimulus spending to get the economy growing, what his jobs creation package will be.
All right, Lizzie Wicked McDonald. I call her Wicked because she's so wicked smart. She goes to Mensa picnics. That's how smart she is. All right, Lizzie, thank you very much for all your help.